Hey ladies, I'm back and I'm actually on time with my 20-week update and I am very happy. I am just in a really good mood and I think I talked a little bit about that. I guess we'll just go into symptoms. I talked a little bit about that in my last video, just how I felt so much happier, and I thought that maybe it had to do with my having been on Prozac. And then today I was driving and thinking about it and just thinking about how happy I've been, like feeling like myself, feeling normal. And I realized I forgot like probably what the biggest reason for this is, and I didn't even tell you last week. And I just realized I am totally not a reputable source for my own pregnancy, and I probably don't even qualify to do vlogs because I forget some of the biggest things. So I have started taking an herbal, it's not herbal, but it's like a natural supplement. It's called thytrophin, and it's a natural thyroid supplement. I think I did mention it actually a while ago. But anyway, I've started taking it. I've been taking it for about 2 weeks now. And it's supposed to kind of help regulate your thyroid and help use your energy. Like people with thyroid problems can have a problem with weight gain because it's not accurate. It's not using your energy stores the way that it should, so it stores them to fat instead of using them. And since I've been struggling with weight gain pretty much forever, I was really thinking that that was one of my symptoms. So anyway, I started taking it about a week and a half ago, and I've just noticed since I've been taking it that I do feel so much happier. And I don't even think it has anything to do with Prozac. I think it is totally the thytrophin. Oh, and the other thing I mentioned in my last vlog that I think is related to the thytrophin is I have more energy and it feels great. And actually my back hasn't really been bothering me very much, so I feel like, I mean, it's still sore. It's sore, but it's sore in a different way. It's more just kind of an achy, tired sore, but I can still do things. Like I can still function. I can still, it's not even close to half as bad as it was before. So loving this new energy and happiness. It's made everything better. Another symptom, which is not really, I don't know if it's a symptom, but I've started just getting really feeling bigger in the belly, feeling tighter. My skin feels tighter, and so I've started using tummy butter. I've just started using it in the last week. I'm using it probably about once a day. And I don't know if you saw my tummy butter giveaway that I did a few months ago. I did a giveaway. I'm going to go ahead and show you. I did a giveaway of this cocoa butter by Palmer's. It's just tummy butter for stretch marks. It's really thick. And in the giveaway, I showed you how I alter it to make it, I feel like, to make it more usable. I add vitamin E oil. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link. Hopefully I can figure out how to do this up here around my head. I'll put a link to how I did that if you're interested and you need a good tummy butter. I absolutely love it and it smells delicious. So I've been using this regularly. What else? I have been feeling the baby kick a lot. In the kicking, I can tell when she's kicking into the front of my stomach or when she's flipped around and she's kicking into my back. And so it's interesting because I can feel the difference of where she's kicking now and how she's kicking. And so like if she's kicking in the front of my stomach, I can actually feel kicks now. Like I can touch my stomach and feel kicking. But if she's kicking at the back of, like in my back, I can just kind of feel my whole stomach go, like it just moves all in general. It's not so specific. And the other thing that I've noticed about movement is there have been probably 3 times in the last week where I've felt like a kick, and then a kick, and then a kick, and I'm like, it feels like hiccups. And it just brings back that memory of what it felt like to feel your baby get hiccups. And so I've wondered a couple times, oh, is that hiccups? And I know from just in the past, the hiccups aren't always extremely regular. Like sometimes it'll be regular, and then it'll skip a hiccup, and then it'll come back and start being regular again. And I think as their diaphragm's developing, it takes a little while for them to be extremely consistent. And so I think I have actually felt her get the hiccups a couple times. So it's interesting just to feel that again, because it's not a huge kick, it's just a general movement and a movement. So it feels a little different than like a kick. It's lighter and it's more consistent. So weight gain. I a couple days ago, probably 4 days ago, I don't remember exactly what happened, but like within 1 day period of time, I swelled up like a Macy's Day float, and I gained probably 5 pounds in a day. And I could feel it, I could see it, and I was like, wow, I'm really retaining water. And so it's kind of, in the last couple days, it's kind of tapered off, and it's fluctuated a little bit more. But I've pretty much gained, like, I want to say between 4 and 5 pounds in the last 2 weeks. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if maybe it's since I've been taking the thytrophin, if my thyroid's trying to like re-regulate everything and I'm like holding on to water weight or holding on to fat. I feel like it's kind of leveled out the last day, like I've lost some of it and I've kind of leveled out a little bit more, but I still think really I've gained about 4 pounds in the last 2 weeks. And yesterday my stomach was so bloated, and not even bloated, huge, like so tight and uncomfortable and huge. I was seriously like, I looked so pregnant, and I was so uncomfortable and tight that I didn't even barely eat anything yesterday. I didn't hardly have an appetite, and when I did eat, it was after 2 bites. I was so full. I was like, I wonder, okay, do I just need to poop? Pregnancy is all about pooping. Every woman that's pregnant complains about it, about not being able to poop. Like, yeah, TMI, but it's one of those things. You don't do it on a regular basis, and when you have a growing belly and then you're backed up, it's not fun. It's lame, and it seems to not matter how many fiber pills I take, how much water I drink, fiber, and water, and it doesn't make a difference. So I don't know how many of you women have this symptom and it's just bugging you. I don't know if that is what's going on, but I just feel like I can go days without going to the bathroom. Days. Really? Days? This is what pregnancy does to us? Anyway, that's my fun, irritating symptom that is a very TMI symptom, but it is what it is. So I have not done any baby buys. 20 weeks, no baby buys. I'm having a girl. I've had 2 girls. I feel guilty spending money on things that I don't really need. So I haven't done any baby buys, but I did pull out my tub of baby clothes, and it was just so fun to like pull it out and kind of look through it. I haven't like taken them out and put them in the drawer yet, but just looking through it, it's so exciting to just see these little clothes. I just wanted to show you one of my favorite little girl dresses. That is a newborn size. This is just a little Carter's newborn dress that I think honestly I got it secondhand too, because I'm a total secondhand addict if you don't know already. But it has a little diaper cover, a little bum cover that I left upstairs, but it's so little and it's so feminine and it's just so cute. And these little armholes are so little, and there's a little bow on the sleeve and just little oh, what's that? Just little stitching around the collar and little feminine flowers, and then the back has little buttons that it's just the most feminine little dress in the world, and I just think little girl clothes don't get much cuter than this, and so this is just one of those outfits, little dresses that I loved to dress my girls in. And my oldest daughter, it's funny because I was talking to her about, how we're going to put this on the baby, and my oldest daughter is really confused as to why she's naked right now. Well, we need to put a dress on her. So trying to explain to her, well, you can't. How are you going to get her out? I'll just take her out, Mom. I'll open your belly and we'll take her out. And I said, well, she's really small. She wouldn't live very long if she came out of my body. Well, we'll take her out and put her dress on and put her back. So she's really concerned that this baby is naked and doesn't have a dress on. And she brings it up every once in a while. And, well, why is she naked, Mom? Well, why does she have clothes on, Mom? Because she knows she has to wear clothes, and we've talked about modesty, and I've talked to her about, how we need to wear clothes and not show our body, and modesty. So it's really cute. So she talks a lot about this dress and how we're going to put the baby in the dress once the baby's born, and the baby's going to wear a dress when the baby gets bigger. So, anyway, there's my baby excitement. It's not a buy, but there's my baby clothes show. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about really quick is baby names, because I haven't really talked to you much about baby names because my husband and I have been so not butting heads in a bad way, just we're not agreeing on names. The name that I have been in love with since even before I got pregnant with this one is Evelyn. And I understand that everyone may not like that name, but I just think even though it's an old name, it could come back and be just a really cute, feminine little name. And so I've had my heart set on Evelyn for months and months and months. And I mean, for years, probably at this point. And my husband has not been okay with it. And I've just hoped that the more I talk about it and the more I bring it up. Sorry, hold on. I'm going to take a drink of water. I just hoped that someday he'll be okay with it, but he hasn't. He doesn't like Evelyn, and all the other names that I bring up he doesn't like. And one of my big concerns is because we already have 2 daughters, and the oldest is Adele and the youngest is Lydia, and I don't want all of their names to sound the same. I don't want all of them to have the same syllables or have the same sound or all start with the same letter. I want each child to kind of have a different name that, you know, that we like, that are pretty, but they're just different. And so I've been very careful about that, trying to make sure that their names are just different and unique and don't all sound the same, because sometimes you just I don't know if people do it consciously or subconsciously, they pick the same type of a name, the same sounding name, the same letters, and they just keep reusing them. And so Evelyn I thought was good. It didn't sound like Adele or Lydia. And every other name that I've tried to come up with that I think, okay, maybe I could do this name, my husband says no, no. And I don't know, have you seen the Friends episode where Ross and Rachel are trying to come up with their name and they keep going, Vito, 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 and then Phoebe's like, Vito sounds good. That's what I feel like. I feel like Ryan and I are like, Vito, nope, don't like that one. Nope, the name he come up with, I'm like, no, anyway, I won't even go there because I don't want to waste your time. But so finally, the other day we kind of agreed on possibly doing Amelia, which is, I love the name. I think it is the most beautiful name, but it does sound a lot like Lydia. Lydia, Amelia, and it starts with an A, and Adele starts with an A. So it's a little more similar to my other girls' names than I had hoped it would be, but I like it. He likes it. So I think right now we haven't like set it in stone, and we've both been so everywhere. We haven't really just sat down and gone, okay, let's name our girl Amelia. But I think right now that's kind of at the top of our list. So, I don't know. I would really love your opinions as to the name. Please feel free to be politely honest and what you think about having an Amelia and a Lydia and an Adele. Tell us what you think. Anyway, I'm going to turn this off and do a quick belly shot. Okay. So here's me, 20 weeks, 6 days. I'm not going to show you my belly right now. Maybe another week. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm so layered under here. It would take me an hour to unwrap myself. So, here we go. It's pretty big. It's pretty tight. Still don't have stretch marks, and I'm still hoping that I won't get any. But anyway, there we go. We'll see you next week.